So I really want to show you my new bag and I haven't unboxed it yet. I'm really excited to do it together with you, and I've been actually saving for this bag, so it took me quite a bit to finally order it. So I was actually considering to get a different bag, like I was thinking about Marc Jacobs one and another one. You know, that bag, that Marc Jacobs bags that I was kind of like thinking about. I think it's just a little bit too mainstream for me, for a lady like myself. I know maybe it sounds odd, but I don't know, it's just so, like everyone has it and I like unique stuff. It's like this fancy. One of the reasons I like it so much because it's kind of unique and different. Anyways, I'm just gonna show you the box. It looks so pretty, and I mean, you actually have to pay for this box, I think like extra, like £5. Also, if you actually are getting this box, I think maybe there is no option for like not getting it. I'm not so sure, to be fair, now when I think of it. But supposedly they provide also like the card where you can write something down if it's a present, which is super cool and sweet. But I decided that it would be pretty bizarre to write a card, for myself, because I mean, I was getting it for myself, and let's just say that it is a little pre-birthday present from me to me. I mean, yeah, my birthday is really soon, it's in June. I really was like anticipating to get like nice cute bag for so long. I also was actually considering other bag, not even the one I mentioned before, but from other brands that is not mainstream in my opinion. It costed like maybe £50 less, maybe 45, and I mean, I really liked the design, and I thought it is very me in the way of like, it looks very like 90s, and I thought it's just so cute, and like the bag looked kind of like small and I don't know, just very elegant, kind of sophisticated, if you know what I mean. But like just before I actually ordered this bag, I was like, I suddenly fell in love with this one, so I changed my mind right in the end, and it's kind of bizarre, not very like me at all. The bag is from Aspinall of London, if I pronounce it correctly. I actually heard lots of good things about this brand, and I figure that it should be of great quality because yeah, I've been reading and kind of studying it. Anyways, let's just open. I actually cut my finger a little bit just then, and yeah, I'm gonna be using my left hand, I guess, mostly. Anyways, it's kind of complicated to do it in the way to show you like properly, perhaps. Oh my god, it looks so cute. What do you think? So those supposed to, well, oh yeah. Isn't it just so cute? I love it. Let's see how it looks like inside. Yeah, so there is like a chain, I think, for it. I don't think I'll be using chain. I prefer to use or like to use bags like these, the small one with handles like this, like just I don't think I'll be using chain. It looks like it is of great quality, and I mean, yeah, you can also kind of like, I think, do this, like you can kind of, I don't know how to say, yeah, so there are like two options to kind of like have it in shapes rather. So I think it looks very cute, and just isn't it cute? I actually firstly wanted the one in black color. The one in black color that looks very similar from this brand was a bit more expensive, and to be fair, I wouldn't I mean, I didn't really plan to spend, even though it's not like ridiculously more, but I wasn't really planning to spend that amount. And the bag that I wanted, like from Marc Jacobs, and also the one from that other brand that I mentioned, I think it's called Self Portrait. I think the brand is called. I really love that bag, like I loved it, and I was actually thinking that I'm gonna be buying that one, but yeah, I just changed my mind like last minute, And I don't know, I think it was the right choice. What do you think? Honestly, I like things that are unique and different. I don't like something that everyone likes, necessary, and I think that I do have a specific taste in certain things. That's what I like about myself. So even when it comes to like clothes and stuff like that, just looked at this brand, at their site and reviews, and honestly just I think it suits my personality much more. I was like, when I'm gonna, show my, people. It actually made me so happy. I mean, yeah, this purchase, I know it sounds perhaps like it's all, material, but I don't know, I'm like, it just made me feel like a little kid, waiting for something, and yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I think it's normal. So apart from my new bag, I wanted to share a few new items that I got from Amazon. Actually, my husband got for me those things. So he got me this cleanser for my makeup brushes, but apparently this one is better for brushes that you use for foundation and stuff like that. So honestly, I wasn't that impressed, even though it does reduce all the color from brushes, but it seemed to be a bit more oily, so that's because I mostly use powdery products, but just wanted to show you. So he also got me this cleanser for brushes. Actually, it's for sponges, and I actually had product very similar from this brand before. It was cleanser, but it was for brushes. This one is for sponges again, so yeah, it even says so. So I really like this one. I used it yesterday, and I actually used it for brushes too. It's really a long story, but it really works amazing. The story behind all those purchases for my makeup brushes is that recently we went to Superdrug and I was looking for cleanser. It wasn't there for my brushes, and I asked people who work there, and they were like, oh no, we don't have it. I was like, well, okay. I was like, it's okay that they don't have it at the moment, it's totally fine. I kind of got a bit aggressive. I was like, well, I kind of bought it here like few times, and I'm telling you this not to say how I'm, like so rude or anything. It just, I want to be like honest, and I'm not proud of my behavior or anything like that. In fact, I really regretted it and I feel so guilty, but this is just, I don't know, I feel like I don't like all this gaslighting, or I don't like when people question my, like, I don't know, memory in this case, or anything like that, or mental abilities, or yeah. So I think it was totally my fault and I shouldn't have acted like that. I do feel guilty. And to be fair, I wasn't like rude. I wasn't like, oh, you don't know a thing or anything. It was a bit too much, and basically later on we had conversation with my husband, and like we decided to order some products for my makeup brushes. I actually struggle sometimes with this issue. I am very short-tempered, and sometimes it really takes me like so much effort to control my emotions. So yeah, something that I normally wouldn't share because I feel like it's just shows me in a very bad light, but I don't know, I trying to work on it, and yeah, hopefully, again, I wouldn't say that I was like rude. I wasn't like, saying, oh, what is this, like, but I was like, yeah, like, why do you tell me this? Why do you say like, oh, we don't have it? Like, what does it mean we don't have it? Don't kind of sounds to me like it's recurring, stuff. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it too much. Also, my husband got me this cleanser. It's the same one as this big one, but it's because he actually bought something very cool for my brushes, and he surprised me with this idea so much, and I'm really appreciating it. It really works very well, and I think it's really very thoughtful of him, and the fact that he remembers about like little stuff like that, it's just so cute. He got me this device. It's like a bowl. It comes with those little things. They're like handles basically for brushes, so you put your brushes inside, and there are like lots of different sizes, so believe me, you're gonna find like the right size for your brush. and then you have this little scene. So basically you put it like this, and you insert brush and you start kind of like using it, and here you apply cleanser and water, for example, or just cleanser. It depends what kind of products you're trying to get rid of from your brushes. So I actually decided to show you how it's supposed to work like. So this is, for example, I'm not sure if I picked the right, but you put like this and you go like this, and then when you want to kind of like dry it, you do this up here, and it's just so cool, isn't it? Basically they dry much faster with those movements, and honestly it was so thoughtful of him to get it for me. So this is like equipment that comes with this item, this device, and yeah, there's a picture like this, instructions and stuff. Honestly, I was just so happy that he got me something like this. It's so cute. We went to a postal museum and we got there like magnets for fridge, like few, maybe like 5 different ones. These little like postal kind of, actually more like boxes or something. Postal box, does it make sense? Well, mailboxes? I think so. Anyways, we also got this. It's like a scene, to squeeze, but it is actually way too soft for me. Like I can squeeze it, very easily, especially with my right hand. But like, yeah, I don't know, something like this. It's kind of cute. They actually have this one too, like this one is a bit harder, but I like to use this as a bolt. Also, I actually asked my husband to buy a cream for me from Amazon. That's because I bought that bag. Yeah, I know it sounds like, well, I just was saving for it for quite a bit of period of time, and I really wanted it. He got me this cream that I normally use. I use it before applying my makeup. It's Embryolisse moisturizer, and it is perfect. I know some people have been saying some bad things about it, that it clogs pores, but it actually even says that it is non-comedogenic. I don't know where they get this information from. Actually, I just wanted to show you also that in this box that device came in, the like cleanser, I don't know how to call it. Actually, it has a name, Style Pro makeup brush cleaner and dryer. Cool. I should have just called it like that. Wow, I always make it so complicated. And yes, there were like cleansers like that too, but I think they're like this one, that big one, and it's very oily, so it's because I don't use normally very much of foundation on my brushes. So I just wanted to show you what I got, because like why not? And I kind of really wanted to show you this because I think it's pretty cool. I don't know how much it cost. Well, it was my husband who bought it. So there is also a picture like before and after, and yeah, it's pretty similar to how my brushes look like. So yeah. Also, I wanted to bring up something. So I've been reading this book. It is actually a collaboration. It's actually about relationships between men and women, and I really liked it. I mean, maybe some people think that it's like a book, how to like please someone, but not really. It's also about how you should be yourself. You shouldn't let anyone change you, and you should, I don't know, I was gonna say remember about your value, but I don't like the way it sounds, honestly. It just sounds very, not nice. I think you should like treat people nice, but you shouldn't forget about yourself in all these, in relationships. For men, it's important to kind of feel that they're needed. And yeah, apparently strong ladies really don't attract them that much. It kind of makes sense, usually at least. Some of course do like it, but yeah, it's rather different and unusual. I would say that there are quite a few very, very interesting, insightful and smart phrases in the book, and in general the book makes sense. I make lots of mistakes. I think I tend to be like very, I complain a lot. Sometimes I just don't appreciate things, and that is not right. That is really not very nice. And I never ask anyone for help. I mean, now maybe I do, because I'm getting used to live with my husband. I'm used to live with my husband, and I do ask for help now. But before that, I wouldn't ask. Like, for example, if I was on the train, because in Ukraine trains I seen, and I would be traveling somewhere far away, I wouldn't ask never like some man to lift my suitcase. If they would offer, I would be like, yeah, thank you, but like I would never ask. And I don't know, I feel like maybe it just, I kind of like being independent, you know, even though I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily trying hard at the moment. I like the feeling of independence. I like when I can do what I want and not ask anyone, or even not ask for a kind of permission is not the right word. This book really helped me to understand men better and also my mistakes, because I don't know, maybe I'm not necessarily a very strong person, and not when I'm having this anxiety. I think that I kind of need support now because of my mental state, but I used to be kind of like, you know, very, I wouldn't like meet anyone, and now I'm kind of needy, I guess. So it's bizarre, but it kind of helps me to understand that, yeah, it's not wrong to be big sometimes, and I do see it as a flaw actually. I don't like it, and I don't like it in other people. I used to be a very judgy person too, so like, I'm like, this is wrong, like, this is wrong. I'm never like that. I would never be like that. I think people shouldn't be that judgy. It also says that you should do your stuff. You shouldn't be, you know, concentrating your attention on like some like man or anything like that. You should be yourself and you should do stuff for yourself, but then you shouldn't show everyone how strong you are necessarily like all the time. Like, you shouldn't pretend at least to be strong all the time, which for me is, I don't know, I kind of like the feeling. As I said, I currently have this anxiety, so for me it's not easy to be strong. I used to do it pretty well. I used to be able. I think maybe it was my mistake. Actually, I just decided to bring up also what happened in Ukraine, but you probably know what happened. Like, what, yesterday? Yes, early in the morning, what Russians did and how many bad things they caused this time. You know, some of us Ukrainians, we do feel like we're like kind of glad when something like bad happens in Russia now, but I don't think anyone should be judged for that. You know, they caused us so many sorrows, issues, they caused so many deaths, so much pain, and I don't think it's necessary, you know, when we see that, for example, the Ukrainian army is advancing or anything like that, and we are, you know, happy about all this, or that there was something happening in Russia. How would you feel if it was happening in your country? Like, just think of it. I actually feel guilty a lot, so I've been thinking that maybe, you know, we should be humans, but then they do stuff like that. Lots of animals gonna like die, and lots of animals already died actually. That is, you know, past tense. It's very difficult really to comprehend. I really hope that, you know, there will be more interesting steps that Ukraine's gonna take against Russia towards the victory. And I mean, yeah, this is where I stand, and I don't want to be judged for my position. Then if there is something that people don't agree with me on, I think it's better like to just, I was gonna be rude, but like, it's better not to tell me about it. It's better, you know, because you never know, you just don't know how Ukrainians feel like. And yeah, some of us try to keep up with our life, like I do. On Instagram I actually talk about stuff like that only on my stories, or I just, you know, try to spread information like that, and I don't even post that much about Ukraine. I probably would be judged by some Ukrainians actually, that maybe I don't post enough. But I don't think that anyone should be judging how Ukrainians are being sometimes like maybe cruel in some ways. And honestly, you know, let's just put it this way, some people are a little bit more cruel than others in their ways of I was gonna say getting what they want, but it's more like getting, you know, making everything good again. Think of it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video some thumbs, and I'll see you soon.